Hi everybody, thank you for joining me today. Today I wanted to address something that a couple people have been asking me in private messages on Facebook. Um, as you all know, I did a fundraiser for Bishop James Long's ministry, homeless ministry. And, I tried to promote his paranormal course, which I'm also taking right now, by the way. I'm trying to get it, everybody to take it and be interested because all the monies go to his homeless ministries. So a couple of you have asked me, why am I so interested and so invested with his homeless ministry? Well, here's the reason why. And what I'm about to tell you, only maybe 2 people in my whole family ever knew about this. Okay, so with me sharing this publicly, knowing that I'm a very private person, this kind of brings to light why I'm so connected to what he does. Okay, here it is. When I was pregnant with my oldest daughter, I was with her father, and we were homeless. We were homeless in Rhode Island. We were homeless in Booth Bay Harbor, Maine for a little bit. And we were homeless in Virginia. The worst of it was when we were in Rhode Island and Maine. I was about 3-4 months pregnant. Yeah, about 3-4 months pregnant in Rhode Island. We were homeless. We were living in the back of a van, and I was eating, no lie, a half a bologna sandwich a day as a pregnant woman. That was it. And whatever water I could get out of the water fountain. We had no shower. We had no self-cleaning products. We had to make a loaf of bread last until we can get money again. He worked various day jobs, and I was too busy throwing up to hold a job down. So we lived in the back of a van in the winter in Rhode Island. We had 2 sleeping bags to keep us cold, to keep us warm. And anybody who has lived up north, you know damn well that a sleeping bag doesn't keep you warm. No. Especially if you're living out in back of a dirty ass white van. But anyhow, for a couple months. One day he came back after working his day job, and with him he drags along this full-grown Doberman pinscher. He proudly, with enthusiasm, shows me this damn dog. Like he just went out and hunted the dog. And he goes, "Here, this is for you to keep you company." And I'm looking at this dog, and he's explaining that he got it from the shelter, and it's supposed to keep me company, and everything else. And I am a huge, huge animal lover. But the whole time he's talking, I'm looking at this dog, and I'm thinking to myself, there's no way in hell I'm giving up my half of a bologna sandwich a day to feed this dog. I have a child. The dog could starve. I know that is mean. I'm sorry, but I was in survival mode. There was no way I was going to share my half, even if it was a dried up bologna sandwich. I'm not sharing it. I was pregnant. So one day he decides, I'm in back of the bed with this stinky ass dog. Miserable. Okay. We're trying to scrape together food for the dog. And I'm trying to eat because I've got a child growing inside of me. My first child. And I decided to try and get a job. Well, you can't get a job when you're homeless. Because first you need an address. Second, you need to wash your butt. You need to shower. You need to look presentable. You need to brush your teeth. You need to have clean clothes. And I didn't have any of that because the dog had peed on my clothes. Yes, I was miserable. That lasted a couple months. And then he came back to the van one day after working. And he got the dog and he took it away. And I was kind of happy because I thought, okay, good, we get a little bit extra food. Came back with extra money, and he announces to me that we're moving up to Booth Bay Harbor, Maine. Okay? So we drive to Maine. Okay. I'm not happy because I am not a winter person. I'm not happy because I do not like snow. I'm not happy because I do not like the north. I am a southern girl, and I'll always be a southern woman. Always. Having said that, we went to Booth Bay Harbor, Maine. And the water was so beautiful. It was such a small fisherman village that it was really beautiful. I really did like it. He had enough money to get us into a bed and breakfast, bed and breakfast for a week. So I don't know what the hell he did to get that kind of money, but I wasn't arguing. So we stayed there, and I was able to get a job. Yeah, someone actually took pity on me and gave me a job. I worked at a lobster restaurant as a waitress. And what made this so awesome was that each waitress, after their shift, would get a free lobster to eat. And I was thinking, and this is when you're homeless and you get opportunities like this, you really start calculating things. You really start thinking about things. When they told me I got a free lobster to eat after my shift, I thought, okay, that's one meal. That's one meal I get. And it's not a bologna sandwich. Yay! I get food. Okay, that's how it is when you're homeless. So I worked it a couple of nights. One night I'm carrying this big tray of lobsters to this table. And I had slipped, I twisted my ankle, and I fell. Well, because by then I was about 6.5 months pregnant. I had fallen on my stomach. Well, they called an ambulance, they took me to the hospital, and they watched me for a while. Baby was fine, mommy was fine. But the owner of the restaurant came by the hospital and told me that I was going to be let go. And I begged him not to let me go. I told him I would pay back all the lobster that I ruined. He said it wasn't about the lobster. The lobster was not an issue. The issue was that I was a pregnant woman. And he did not want to risk getting sued in case anything should happen to me waitressing while I'm pregnant. So he gave me a couple $100. And I remember when he walked out of the hospital room, I cried. Not because I lost the job, but because I lost the opportunity to eat every day. As silly as that sounds. I was thinking, I have to go back to eating a half a bologna sandwich now, a day. That's all. No lobster. And it was cold. It was cold up there. So her father, on his days off, he would go fishing and get fish. So we would eat fish once in a while. Knowing that my child came first, I put a call in to my family. And like I said, only a couple people knew what was going on. And I asked for money. Please help us get back to where we help us come home. So the question was, wow, I'm gonna go to hell for this one. Holy cow. The question I got back was, are you married? Because you can't live together under this roof if you're not married. So again, survival mode. I'm sorry. I said, yeah, we're married. Yeah, of course we're married. No, we're not married. But it's survival mode, people. I was homeless. I was hungry. I was in fear that my child that was growing inside of me would have a serious birth defect or die because I was not giving my child the love and nourishment that my body needed. So, yes, I lied. I lied and said, yes, we're married. And I got, come home. Okay, we came home. It didn't work out. I ended up leaving him for different choices. But that was my experience of being homeless. And we were homeless about 3-4 months, maybe. So I understand what it's like to be homeless. I know what it's like for people on the street to look at you and not look at you, to look through you, or to look somewhere else, or to act like they're too busy on their phones. I understand what it's like to be homeless. When you see somebody outside of McDonald's take 2 bites of the cheeseburgers and throw it away, and you go, I wonder if they have any diseases, if I would get it, if I would eat that sandwich. I know what it's like to be homeless when you're so hungry. You're so hungry and so cold and so thirsty to where you are willing to do anything on this earth just to get rid of the hunger pains, and it hurts. Your stomach literally lights up on fire. I know what it's like to be homeless and go hungry and then have food and throw up because your body is not used to it. Or only eat a little bit because you can't stomach the rest because you feel like you're going to vomit. I know what it's like to be homeless and be cold and to be alone. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is why I advocate giving to his homeless ministries. There was no Bishop Long where I was when I was homeless. Oh, and here's another one. I know what it's like to be homeless and not have a shower. And then when you do get a shower, you swear to God, you swear the angels are singing the minute you step into that shower and you feel that water. Being homeless is not fun. It is dark, it is scary, it is the most isolating, situation and emotion you've ever going to feel. You feel like the world has forgotten about you. So yes, when people like Bishop Long say, hey, help me with my homeless ministries. I give to people who can't help themselves. He goes out every day. He busts his ass to make sure somebody has a meal. Somebody has a blanket. And it's not just homeless. If you need something, that man is there for you. Sorry. And that's what it's about. I could have used that. I could have used that same type of love and compassion that he gives every single day. So yes, this is why I give. This is why I give you free readings. If you buy his course, I'll give you a bunch of free readings. I'll teach you what I know. It's a psychic medium. I'll teach you tarot. I'll break out my own lessons. I charge. I won't charge you. I'll take you under my wing. I will do this for you if you buy his lessons. My birthday is coming up June 23rd. I am planning an event around my birthday and the homeless ministries again that he operates. I'm going to have a link to his course and to his homeless mission in case you want to donate right now. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, I have been homeless, and this is why I advocate for it. I give it, and you know what? I won't stop. I am grateful for that experience because it's humbled me. You know, I came from a very upper middle class upbringing. Whatever I wanted, I got. I didn't even have to ask. I just expected it. You know, no one ever told me what the electric bill was until after I got out on my own. Nobody taught me how to grocery shop. I just figured it just poof, food was there. I was very sheltered growing up, very sheltered. So it was an enlightening experience. It was a growing experience. And it was a humbling experience. In case you're wondering, yes, my daughter is perfectly fine. I gave birth to her, and you know what? She's an amazing girl. All grown up now. In spite of me. But yes, I give to the homeless situations, the homeless ministries, because I have been there, I've done it, I've lived it, and I understand it. So I'm going to ask you right now, please give. He deserves it. Because when you help him, you're helping a whole lot of people. The pregnant woman who's homeless out there, living in a van, eating a half a bologna sandwich a day. She's still out there somewhere. Anyhow, that's it. That's the story. Like I said, I don't share that. Well, now I'll share it publicly. But, yeah, that's me. Anyhow, Bishop, if you're watching this, I love you. You're an amazing man. Keep up the good work. And ladies and gentlemen, I will talk to you on Facebook. Bye.